Hello, I'm Maria Hall Brown, and this is LA Currents. Well, it may have taken Simon Rodea 33 years to build the Watts Towers, but everything that has been built around it has made an incredible impact for almost a century. I'm delighted to be joined by the longtime executive director and wonderful artist herself, Rosie Lee Hooks. So great to have you here. What do you think people don't really know about what happens here?
Well, I think there's a lot that people don't know about. Local people know about us, but many people in Los Angeles have not even been here. They don't know about us. When they hear Watts, they think 1965 rebellion. That's all they think. But once they get here, they are so surprised to see what offerings we have here. We have the Watts Towers, who are 100 years old, and we have the Watts Towers Art Center that's 60 years old. We have the Charles Mingus Youth Art Center that we built in 2008, and we have a garden studio where we teach gardening and husbandry and tiling.
I was going to say we're surrounded by some of the most remarkable and eclectic styles of art. So you have over the years had incredible talent, with visual art, but you've expanded beyond just visual art into music and all kinds of things.
Absolutely. Well, we're into the 39th annual Watts Towers Day of the Drum Festival and the 44th annual Simon Rodea Watts Towers Jazz Festival. We're the oldest festivals of their kind, still standing, and music is very, very important of our curriculum. We are still teaching music, so music has been a rich part of our history here.
The fact that this place has made such an impact over the last 6 decades, and if you want to include everything that the towers have added to people's understanding of the power of art over the last 100 years, it continues. You're talking about the people that are working here now and everything that they are doing.
Yeah, it continues. We pass it on. I feel like it's an honor to work here at the Watts Towers Art Center campus because of the history, the foundation that has been laid, and the City of Los Angeles Department of Cultural Affairs is very supportive and provides much leadership for us to continue to survive and provide museum and art education to our community. And we fight hard for this museum and art education because all our children need is a chance.
You're an actress, you're a performer, you've had a very rich life in terms of understanding the power of art and what it can do. What have you seen happen around here with art? Because sometimes those who don't understand an art or an art temperament don't realize that it's not about being famous and it's not about showing off or whatever, that there's something that intrinsically shifts in a person when they open themselves up. What have you seen happen here?
Young people who come here, they are transformed, and we take families. Some of we usually take children beginning at 7 years old, but usually there's a family, and we sneak that little 5-year-old in when we can, and they grow up here on this campus and take all of the classes and go to high school and go to college, and we hire them right back because we see how influenced they have been and how productive they can be by what they're learning, and the whole tiling, learning to tile, learning to work with that cement and put those images together is just a phenomenal thing. So people are transformed by art. It's an outlet. Especially now with this pandemic, we need an outlet, an artistic outlet. Art gives us a place to be and a place to just leave all of these circumstances that we have no control over. Circumstances keep changing. So we got to find some joy somewhere. So we find a lot of that joy in the artistic activities that we provide.
But you have really dug in and you have really committed your heart and soul to this place. Why do you stay? What is it that you have learned or have garnered or gained in your existence that makes you want to stay?
I'm a people person. I'm a community person. I am an artist. So my drive and my lust for knowledge, it comes from appreciating culture and appreciating who individuals are, no matter who your culture is or where you come from. It's important. And respecting people. I learned to respect people a lot. So I get my chutzpah from my foundation, my father, my mother, my grandfather. My grandfather and my grandmother had 16 children, and one of those children was recorded over at the Smithsonian. It was so interesting to see that I'm working with Alan Lomax and Bess Haas Lomax, and their father had recorded my grandfather.
Right.
I mean, what a small world. So that's where I get my enthusiasm and my need to be involved with people and to make people feel as comfortable as I can in who they are.
You mentioned earlier about, there is some upheaval that has happened in this area over the decades, et cetera, and that may be what people think of. But how safe this complex is and how revered it is and how it has actually survived in scenarios in which other places would not have survived. What do you attest that to? Why do you think it's held in such, in such a sacred place in people's hearts?
Because the community is totally involved here. The community.
So there's no separation.
There's no separation of church and state, of community and us, because it is a community art center. We are very governed by our support groups who've been here much longer than I have. The Watts Towers Community Action Council, Friends of the Watts Towers Art Center, parents of the Watts Towers Art Center, and youth. We have a youth board too. So we are in constant contact with our community in designing activities and producing events on this campus. Without the community, we would not be here. The community takes care of this place. We have murals all around the building, as you see, phenomenal murals, and graffiti is going on morning, noon, and night all around us. Not one of our murals have been tagged in these 60 years. Now that's major.
On that note, I think one of the great things is that there are going to be people who are going to have conversations at points in time, and you will be the touch point that they will have in common and the impact that you and this place has made. So thank you so much for sharing your story, for all of your remarkable work, and I can't wait to see what the next 60 years is.
Whew. Well, I've been here 150 years already.
Oh,
so
not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, I'm very excited about the foundation we've laid, the partnerships we've made and continue to have for our community, because this community is so worth it. Our parents and our children are so worth it, and I'm just smitten. I'm smitten and thankful to be a part of this whole venture here in Watts to maintain museum and our art education and provide it through professionals. Okay. We don't do mediocre. That's one of our mottos. We have several mottos around here.
Right.
One is we don't do mediocre because we don't have to. Another one is if I stick to it, I can do it. Meaning Simon did it all by himself for 33 years. If I stick to it, I can do it also.
All right, I'm going to take those with me. It was really wonderful to chat with you, Rosie.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
And that's a wrap on this Creative LA Current.